Welcome to Crochet ADHD. I'm your host, Jackie. If this is your first time visiting, welcome. You're a one-hit wonder. I'm so glad you're here. If you are a repeat offender, a member of the Glam Fam, hungry, hungry Jack, you gobble them down and the plate comes back. Oh, hungry Jack. It is the April LP. Everything I made, everything I talked about making, everything I thought about making, etc., etc. I want to first say thank you so much to all of you who watched my video about my friend that I lost in February. It was so wonderful to read and to know that, I mean, you know, death is something that we all deal with, unfortunately. I really, really appreciated everybody coming out and just, you know, kind of letting me share this very personal pain with y'all. Yeah. Anyway, thank you. Thank you. I'm not really sure how successful I was this month because I feel like there were a lot of frogs this month. Just in thinking about it. So let's get our video started today with finished objects. As always, I have my trusty dusty crochet notebook with me. She kind of helps keep me on track as long as creative Jackie remembers to write stuff down. I've not been doing a good job of updating my Ravelry because I haven't been doing a good job of updating my notebook. But we will see. Since she is already on display, we will talk about what Miss Hetty is wearing. I'll try to get Editing Jackie to do that close-up thing so you can get a really good close-up look. This is my, what is it called? This is the Secret Path shawl. I did make one last month. That was the one I made with the tropical colors. That was a cotton or cotton blend yarn. This is, oh, I knew I was going to forget it. Okay, this is called Ack. It has cashmere, merino wool, and something else in it. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it is a universal yarn. I've had it in my stash for a couple of years, and I was just dying to do something in a solid color and in a more muted, sort of neutral color, I'll say. And I absolutely love how this came out. When I blocked it, I used all of my blocking pins, or all of my blocking, you know, the blocky things, and my pins, especially on the edge, because I really wanted those to stand out. It is gorgeous, gorgeous. I know when I made the last one, I said that it wasn't my last one, and having done this one, it is not my last one. I think I want to try it in a DK. I think I'll ask Editing Jackie to weigh it so I can tell you how much yarn it took. I don't remember, but this is the Secret Paths shawl patterned by Miho Crochet, and her name is Joanne Lindahl, I think. Love this pattern. It's gorgeous. What I am wearing, this one is an oldie but a goodie. When I put this on, it's officially spring, summer weather. I made this in 2022. That feels right. It's two different yarns from We Crochet. One, Editing Jackie's got her homework. I don't remember, but I really love this color. It's called Malted Milk. Both of these are cotton blend. I just don't remember what they are, so sorry about that. The pattern that I used, I actually hacked the holiday ruffle pattern from Grace for the frills. I love that pattern so much. I have made so many derivatives of that pattern. I can't seem to allow myself to use a different pattern for a tee, and I really want to do that this year. Just find another tee/tank pattern and make it, and not try to resort back to this pattern. It's an ADHD thing. You know, when you feel like you find that one thing, whether it's a favorite food or a favorite stitch or a favorite, did I say spoon already? Because that exists. When you just find your favorite whatever, it's like your comfort, and you just want to keep doing it over and over again. So not that there's anything wrong with using the same pattern over and over again. I would like to get to the point where I can step outside of just using this pattern. Now, I'll have to pop in pictures of the next two finished objects. The first one, I feel like I talked about. Here's one. This is the one that I made without a pattern. I just tried to line up the stitches, color control, and it's just sort of a basic a basic square tank top. The yarn that I used was called Beach Glass, I think. It was a Caron cotton cake. So what is that? Like 45, 55 acrylic cotton. That yarn was in my stash from 2020. And then the third finished object is another tank top, is it considered a tank top? Yes, it's a tank top. And it was a hack of the Astis top, where you're supposed to do like, what would you consider it? Lace. It's like chain, whatever, that goes all the way down the side. But because of the way the pattern was written and the way I was feeling at the time, the two did not match up well. So I did as far as I could sanely do it, and then I just did the rest of it in the round. She tried it on, and it fits, and I'm so excited. Now that yarn, what was that yarn? That yarn was, I think that was also a cotton cake, a Caron cotton cake. Well, that was all of my finished objects in April. No, it wasn't. The other one was a baby blanket that I forgot to take a picture of. If I get any pictures at some point, I'll gladly share them with you. Next up, whips. All right, for the whips, we're also going to play a game of what's in that bag. I know for a fact that there was a lot of frogging this month. I was working on something. It was a pattern that I had generated by ChatGPT, and I had three different versions. One was crochet, one was knit, and one was Tunisian crochet. I had a few of my YARNVIP sisters volunteer to test the pattern for me. And I was so excited. And I know that ChatGPT is notorious for screwing up patterns, which is why I really wanted to give it a chance and test it and kind of go that route. Long story short, I just kind of canceled the test because I had gotten pretty far. I think for me, because Tunisian crochet does take a while, and I got to the part where you're supposed to start making the sleeves, and the spacing between where the sleeves, so it's made bottom up, and the pattern just says to do Tunisian knit stitch, but because I wanted something extra, I did do 2x2 ribbing across the bottom, just, you know, for little stuff. Anyway, and then the rest of it is Tunisian knit stitch. And then you're supposed to stitch it all the way up to the, it's supposed to come up to the bust. Now I'm trying to remember because I feel like it said under the bust, which not good. Come up to the bust, and then you're supposed to start making the sleeves, you know, so like it says to go in, like, I think it was 17 stitches. So your straps for your top were going to be 17 stitches wide, and the rest was left undone. And I started doing that, and I did a little bit on each side because I didn't want to do all of one and then all of the other. Anyway, the problem is these somewhat thin straps were not enough to keep the unworked part from flopping over. I mean, and it was like a bad flop. I was getting mad. I was getting very mad. And, you know, I kept messing with it, and it's just, and you make it in two pieces. So I was like, okay, well, let me look at what the instructions are for the back or the front, whichever. That was a little bit better. But even at that, it was still going to, like, if there was a little flappy whatever on the back, I mean, it's not great, but it's not the end of the world. But you definitely don't want all that, you know, like a cowl neck fit. But when it's just over your cleavage, that's not a good thing, in my opinion. A long story short, it was just not going to look like something that I would want to wear. And since it was something that I was hoping to share with the crochet community at large, in a sense, it would be something with my name on it, and it just was not working. The crochet version of it, it was making almost like a granny stitch. The numbers weren't lining up, and it was just, it was a hot mess is what it was. All that to say, that test, whatever, was canceled. But of course, that led me to frogging, because I had done all of this work on the Tunisian version, and I had to frog it. And let me tell you, the reason why it was so hard to frog this time is because the yarn that I was using is the same yarn that I used last year for the test pattern that didn't work out. And I had used 4 skeins of Arcane Fiberworks yarn. And I mean, I was so distraught that, you know, I wrote a song about it. I will put a link in the bottom if you've never heard the song. It's a power ballad. To this day, it still rings in my head. But as I was sitting there frogging again, the song was playing again. And at this point, I feel like there needs to be justice for this yarn. It is so beautiful. Okay, I frogged it back to like the first few rows. This is the yarn, in case you don't remember. And this is actually 2 different colorways. It was Beautiful Banff and Shaded Beaches. You know, I have frogged it, I have rewound it, I've rewound it again, and some of it I rewound so well and then like magic knotted them together so they're not coming apart. So here they are, like, together. They are beautiful, like, together, it's gorgeous. I just need justice for this yarn. I need a pattern that will work. I would really like it to be a Tunisian pattern. Truth be told, I'd really, really like it to be a Tunisian pattern, preferably a wearable. I did start making something else, which is not in here. It might be in a bag. Like I said, we're playing what's in the bag. Oops, wrong bag. Anyway, I said all that. Okay, I have a timer set here because I have a doctor's appointment to go to later on, and I do not want to be late for it. So I have my trusty dusty ADHD friendly timer. Okay, I did start making the Lamia wrap, which is a pattern by Tony from TL Yarn Crafts. I've made it before. I started it with this beautiful yarn, but I think I might frog it because it's too thin. I mean, because this is fingering weight yarn, and I'm pretty sure the pattern calls for a worsted weight. And when I made it, I did use a DK weight, so I might frog it and use a DK weight because I do love the Lamia wrap pattern. This bag is, this is called the, I think it's pronounced Gevin Grace Shawl. I found it on Lovecrafts. Now I'm making this using Mary Maxim Ultra Mellow Spun DK, which is discontinued. It was an acrylic nylon blend. I absolutely love it. It is a number 3 weight, and here's what it looks like. I'm pretty sure it's been sitting in this bag for maybe 2 weeks. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I hate it. It doesn't feel like you can really see the stitches in it. It's not like it's a complicated. It's just like a combination of these stitches and shell stitches. Plus I have to count, and y'all know me and counting. Yeah, I like the color of the yarn, and of course, you know, I love the yarn anyway. It's nice and soft. I don't know if I'm going to finish it. I will. Okay, I'll put the name on here, and it is from Lovecraft. I started it on April 13th, but like I said, I think it sat for 2 weeks. The pattern is the wording is a little clunky. There is a how-to. There's a tutorial on YouTube which helped a lot. To read it, it just doesn't read well. You know, like when they're supposed to be, because they're supposed to be like rows 2 and 3 repeat throughout, but it's not. Rows 2 and 3 aren't written as if you're going to keep increasing or keep repeating those 2 rows. If you look at the pattern, maybe you'll understand what I'm talking about. I don't know if I'll finish it or what, but considering this is the video with all the frog projects in it, maybe it being green means something. I have a lot of this green yarn. Oh, when I was mentioning the test pattern that I scrapped, I did make a swatch of the crochet version. Okay. The way the pattern read, it was as if you were to stack, you stack the granny clusters on top of each other. Could that work? Sure. I personally don't like that. I would want the granny clusters to be in the spaces in between to help with, you know, coverage. Now this yarn is, what is this yarn? It's called Tangier, and it is from Cascade Yarns, 220 yards, 100 grams, which is 3.5 ounces. It calls for a 5 to 5.5 millimeter knitting needle. So I guess I'll say the same thing for crochet. It's 53% silk, 17% cotton, 16% acrylic, and whatever the rest of it is, rayon. I can't read it. It's literally written dark over dark. It reminds me of Noro, with all of the different, well, the way it feels and just the different fibers that make up the yarn. I have tried multiple projects, or I've tried to make multiple.
What?
Let me try that again. I've tried using this yarn for multiple projects, and I have yet to succeed. Here is the corpse of yet another top made based on this same pattern, like so. I kind of like the color. I know that it would make a great summer, spring wearable. I just can't seem to find the perfect project. Let's grab another bag, shall we? In this bag, which I got last year from, Bee Stitching. Her name is escaping me, but I'll put it right here on the screen. It was the Dodgy Bag Mal, and she was my partner, and she makes the most gorgeous bags, period. I love this bag. Living in here is just the yarn from the frog top. I don't know if okay. Arcane Fiberworks, beautiful Banff. Nope, I got it backward. Beautiful Banff and Shaded Beaches. So beautiful, so yummy, so deserving of something gorgeous. Please give me some suggestions. I know I could hold two together and make a DK weight, but I don't want to do that. I like how the colors look as they like dance next to each other. I don't know that I'd love the colors marled. I do have, again, it's 4 skeins, which is, was that 430, 435 times 4, 870 times 2. Whatever that is. Was it 1740? If I got that right, I will definitely have like a little, if I didn't get it right, we just won't talk about it. In this bag, oh, okay, this is, what is this? This is, this is the Oolong shawl by name is escaping me. It'll be on the screen. I don't know why I put this one away. This is really pretty. I just may have gotten bored with it. It's not the same. It's not the same yarn. It's not the same yarn as this. This yarn is from Hobby Lobby, and it's called Iron Soot. Now, I think what I may have done, yes, I wanted to incorporate different colors, but I could not figure out how to do it. Like, I have these different purples that I feel like I might want to use with this in this shawl, but I also have these blues that I also think I might want to use. I guess what I'm doing is I'm bringing it to you. Should I do the gray with the purples? Should I do the gray with the blues? Or should I just do the gray? You tell me. I love the idea of making my own like color whatever, but if it's something more arduous, I don't know if that's the right word. Let's look that word up. Crochet word dictionary. If it's more taxing than it needs to be, then I won't worry about it. The stitch, see, looking at it on here, I swear from now on, when I start crocheting, I'm just going to hold it up to a camera or maybe a mirror so I can really see some of the stitch detail. Ugh, dear me, strength. Sort of, kind of. I can see the stitch detail by holding it up. I'm sorry if you can't. I didn't know there was going to be a quiz. Oolong shawl by the, is it Teapot something or other? Red Teapot? Red? In this bag is the yarn that used to be my sagebrush tank. The one that Miss Hetty graciously modeled for so long. I read the comment section, and once again, y'all are just wise beyond wise. Most of the feedback was I should frog it because it's never going to fit and look the way I want it to. And the more I would try to struggle with it to make it fit, the more glaring the issues would be, and I would never be happy with it. Therefore, I would never wear it. And all of those words are true. So I frogged it. I plan to make another one really soon, actually. Love this yarn. I cannot describe how much I love working with this yarn. My hands are just so happy working with this yarn. So maybe that's what it was. Really, it's just another excuse to work with the yarn some more. But I'm going to make sure that I have the right size. And what I have to do is I have to go through and highlight all of the size for my new size, because my old size is not the same size for whatever. I guess over time, what happens is when you print out something, the ink starts to shrink a little bit, and therefore what you thought was your size previously no longer is your size now. So you have to kind of take that into consideration when making the same pattern once a year. Last bag. It feels light. Here it is with my friend Rachel's Whimsical You. Sorry, it is a holographic sticker. The Whimsical You sticker on there. What do we have in here? What do we have in here? Oh, it's okay. This is the Dragon Belly shawl pattern from Miho Crochet. This yarn is Nordica by Premier. It is canceled. It is discontinued yarn. I hate that because I would really love to get my hands on several more skeins of this colorway, and I have like a rust colorway that I would love to get. Oh, and there's an olive. Yeah, I would love to get my hands on some of those skeins. So if you happen to have any just loitering in your stash and you have no purpose for them, please message me, okay, or email me, crochetadhd@gmail.com, and we will discuss. If you know anything about the Nordica yarn, it is designed mainly, first of all, let's just get this out of the way. It was designed for knitters. It creates a pattern. Here we go, like this. So if you knit, this is the design that you would create with this yarn. If you are a crocheter, the only way to get the stitch to look somewhat close to the expected one is to use single crochets. And I know that works because I did make a cardigan a couple of years ago, and I used the olive colorway of this. It did make a nice design. Everything was going great until I had to do the other panel, and the other panel was done upside down. So it does not mesh right, but it still is a design. Because of all that, this feels like, when I look at it, hang on. Okay. It starts this way. These are double crochets, and I just don't like almost like the herky-jerky look of the pattern, for lack of a better word. It reminds me of words on an AI generated photo. Like if you were saying, please make please make this picture and have it say, Louisiana is a state. And this is exactly kind of what it would look like. Dragon Belly shawl pattern is so enjoyable. I've made many, many, many of them. I highly recommend the pattern. I think that is everything. And surprisingly, I did document all of the things, even if I didn't remember where they all lived. Next up, it's time to flip the calendar. Hey, 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 flip the calendar. This was April. Oh, sorry. This was April, and that is what I made as my inspiration project. So the gray. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Woo-hoo! Ooh, oh, look at all of that blue. Look at all of that blue. This is really pretty. I think I know what yarn I'm going to use for this. That was that. Next up, stuff I got. The first stuff I got, so Not Hetty is teaching herself to sew. After she made one for herself, I digress. Okay, so she made herself a bag, and then she made one for me. Let me just show you. Woohoo! It's like neon disco balls on one side, and MTV and the Moon Man on the other side. And yes, I have decorated it with my 80s pins. Here's my Blockbuster. There's my DeLorean and my Pac-Man ghosts. I love that she even like it's like Two-Face or Prince in the Bat Dance video, you know, where he was half Batman and half Joker. I'm carrying my current project in this bag. It is a one of a kind, Not Hetty original. Is it perfect? No, but that's why I love it. Maybe if y'all are sweet, she'll make you one too. Next, after watching well, okay, this is a twofold thing. So I've been seeing these ads on all of my social media. For a while, it was like Crochet Nation, Crochet Nation, Crochet Nation. It's like the only crochet newspaper. And then all of a sudden, it was Knit Nation, Knit Nation, Knit Nation, the world's only knit newspaper. So I'm assuming I mean, obviously it's the same company, but anyway, I was kind of interested and intrigued. And then Lynanne from Nina's Knots Crochet, she ordered one, and I was like, okay, well, if she did it, I'm going to do it as well. So I did. This is issue number 3. I don't remember which one Lynanne got. I hope it's a different one, and then we can kind of compare notes. But here is the newspaper. Now, here's something that is funny. My husband is the one that checked the mail. And when he opened the mailbox, let me see if I can recreate this. And so he kind of glanced and he saw crochet and then 80. He's like, my wife has her own magazine. Isn't he sweet, y'all? It's so funny. But I can see how he saw that because see, like upside down. Well, I say that. I don't know how it's going to look to you later, but 80. So crochet 80. Yeah. But it's actually 8. Why would they say 08? That's kind of weird. If you're not familiar, it's a crochet newspaper, like full on, newspaper. It has patterns. It has articles. It even has puzzles. I love puzzles. Y'all, I would get, like, when I would get my free subscription to People magazine, I might read an article or two, but I'm going straight for the crossword in the back. TV Guide, when we had TV Guide when I was growing up, oh my gosh, I went straight for, I would read the cheers and jeers, and then I would do the crossword puzzle in the back. I just love puzzles. The last stuff I got. So as you know, I did the video about how ChatGPT helped inspire me to find a color palette for songs so that I could participate in the mood board mal that Gary from Urban Yarn is hosting. So here's what happened. April also was supposed to be the no yarn buying month. I only made one yarn purchase in April. And so given all of the rules that I added after I said no buying, and then had this caveat, this caveat, this caveat, and this caveat, and we all had a cheat day, I just used my cheat day. The intent of going to the website to make the purchase was to use the color inspiration to purchase the yarn that went with the color inspiration photo. That is not what happened. I'm not certain what happened. I will say this, I am trying so hard to get more solid and neutral colors into my library so that I don't have to have everything just kind of, I really genuinely want things like this. This right here, when I look at it, it makes me think of oatmeal. It makes me think of home bread, just comfort. Yeah, this is when I go to the website, this is what I'm saying. This is this right here. What I get in the mail, and I'm pretty sure it has something to do with crossing the international date line. This is what happens. When it arrived, it looked like this. Now this one, not so bad. I placed an order with Holst. Holst was having a website that offered yarn. I was really trying to go with the colors from the palette for my song, or this yummy oatmeal-y homespun bread making. That's not what I ended up with. I got four of each of these colors. This one is called lemongrass. There's a very slight hint of green. It was like green and gray. This is their Coast yarn base, which is 55% lamb's wool, 45% cotton, 83 yards, and it says 2.5 to 3 millimeter needles, and it's 50-gram balls, cakes. I really like the Coast yarn for summer makes. Yes, it has wool in it, but the cotton in it, the blend of it is really nice. I've made 2 projects using 2 strands of Holst Coast held together. Love them. This is the 3 colors that I got. Are these the colors in my inspiration photo? No. Are these the colors that say oatmeal home, let's make some bread? No. Why did I get these? Because they were on sale. I'm just disappointed in myself. I think I like these 2 together. But, well, you know what? The 3 of them might not be so bad together in something. Like, can you see this in a t-shirt or a cardigan maybe? You tell me. Again, I've got 4 of each color, and that gives me I don't know. Held double, that's 766 yards per color. So despite the fact that the yarn I purchased, my one cheat, and I'm not disappointed in the yarn at all. I'm just disappointed that my brain, my hands, and an international dateline together just did not deliver in my favor. I think that is it. I think that's it. So how was your April? I felt like it went by really quickly. It is what it is. I show you the good, the bad, and the ugly so that when you look at your good, bad, and ugly, you don't have to feel bad about it. It's normal. It's natural. It happens to everyone. And the size doesn't matter. It's what you do with it. That's important. If you like this video, please like this video. I am on a quest to reach 2025 in 2025. If you are not currently subscribed, please, please, please consider it. I won't tell if you won't tell, but at the same time, I want you to tell. So I'm lying. I will tell. Yeah. Anyway, if you want to stick around and become a member of the Glam Fam, all you have to do is click that subscribe button, and don't forget to rock that notification bell. Until next time, I've been Jackie.